It's the NRG Show.
Alright, so I just want to start out. You feel me? So like, how did y'all get to where y'all at right now, man? I know we talked a little bit about it, but let's go just a little bit more in depth on the backstory of Hood Savers and Lil Kliff.
For sure. Really just we started working back in like November. And like, I've been kind of pretty consistent since then, but since we started working, I picked it up a lot more. And really just staying consistent on pushing as much good content out as possible for real, for real. That's like, I know it sounds corny, but that's a real big thing, consistency. Like that's really what a lot of this consists of, for real. Like if you don't got the consistency, like you really don't got nothing, for real, for real.
Okay. Hood. I know we talked a little bit about, you know what I'm saying, where Hood Saviors started and where it's at now, but like tell us about the process of getting there. Like we ain't really cover a lot of the middle. You know what I'm saying? Like how'd you take it from, you feel me, an idea in the college dorm, talking to your friends and stuff, rapping to the platform that it is now?
Sure, that's a good question. I mean, really, I seen something the other day, and it like briefly what it mentioned was like, like don't worry about creating something perfect. Just create. Just start. So like it just, if you go back, you could probably scroll back and see like the very first post ever. Like the logo was a quick hookup. I just made something just to get an idea on paper to embody like what I thought Hood Saviors was, and we kind of just really just started from, I think the first post was like a freestyle, and then I started doing projects of the week. Shout out to like one of the first artists I ever covered was Yak Stevo. He's an artist from Atlanta. Super dope artist. He just dropped a tape last month called Serenity. But I mean, we just was covering artists early on. Covered Pivot Gang pretty early on. Stuff like that. Group from Chicago. And really just stayed down consistent. And every day I tried to focus on creating something, which I mean, I didn't, create something every day. With Kliff says consistency is a large part. But I mean, if you get to a point where you're making something and you're trying to do something as often as you can, it's going to get better. If you drop a piece of content every day, you're going to learn something from the last post. You might have 10 posts that you dropped and one got 20 likes and the rest was only doing 10. You're going to take something from that post that did 20 and figure out, what did I do on this one that was so much better? And shoot, every post you learn from that and you be 100, 200 posts deep and you learned a lot more than you knew when you started. So, I mean,
So
consistency.
The moral of the story is finish is better than perfect.
Finish is better than perfect, for sure.
Okay. So I'm a drop something that a lot of people don't know, man. Y'all just signed a major record label.
Shit, I wouldn't say. Well, we signed. I'll let Kliff talk about it, bro.
What we got, Kliff?
Yeah, man.
Let's talk about it.
I ain't gonna lie, like, all of it ain't hit me yet. I'm still kind of trying to grasp everything, but yeah, it's been a long time coming, for real. Like, I'm just ready to get stuff started. I really can't speak too much on it because, like, I don't, I really, like, I know what to expect, but I don't at the same time. All I can do is kind of like, just.
How you feel, man? How you feel? I know it's gotta feel great, bro. Like,
it feel good, but like I said, like I can't really grasp it yet. Cause like I said, I'm always hard on myself. Like, I'm trying my best not to get comfortable, cause I didn't make it. To a lot of people it might be like, oh, he made it, but like I'm just scratching the surface. You feel me? So I'm trying not to let my emotions get the best of me, for real, and try to keep my head like, on straight.
Man, damn, man, congratulations, bro.
We really
What's up, bro?
What's up?
Ain't no need to stay humble, buddy. Get excited, man. That's what you work hard for, bro.
Yeah,
that is good.
We're about to leave here and shoot some more content. Keep doing exactly what we've been doing. Go post up in the city, shoot some reels, and push the content that's moving and try to keep it going, for sure.
So I know you both said consistency, but like, is there any like little tips and tricks that y'all picked up on the way that you could share with the other artists that's trying to come up? Like just anything that you have learned through being consistent that you feel me resonates, that works.
First thing first, I say you really need, as an artist, you need to fall in love with your craft first, like, because you you're not gonna really be able to do something to the best of your ability every day if you don't love it. Like, you gotta really genuinely become obsessed with the craft, and that really helps the consistency. Because obviously, if you love doing something, you're gonna continue to do it, right?
Thanks.
Feel me? So I say just really first things first. Step one, become obsessed.
Yeah, that's major. Cause I mean, like, shoot, if you want to do anything, like I could have, I've always been big like into I guess the internet or like technology. So anything I probably would have done was gonna focus on technology or have something to do with technology. Um, I mean, when it comes to a blog, I could have chosen anything to like create content on, but like waking up every day and wanting to look into it and find something interesting to post. If I would have been blogging or creating content about like some like hats or something. I'm not super into hat. I like this hat because it's personal to me, but you feel me? Like I'm not gonna wake up and want to create content about hats every day. To even get to a point where I got 1,000+ posts on the page and have grown the audience to where it is. So, like he said, you definitely gotta love what you're talking about, or what you're even starting with, because you're not gonna be able to build on it if you don't love it.
For sure. And there is an audience for everything. Like
an audience for everything.
Like, yeah. Is there any jewels y'all want to drop? Just off the top of your head, anything you got for the people, man? Like, I know we've been talking some good stuff.
Shoot.
Well, shit. Probably today won't matter tomorrow. So like, don't let nothing stress you out. You feel me? It ain't nothing forever for real. So, just look to the future.
Facts. I mean, if you really just stay down, keep doing what you're doing. I mean, you're gonna learn with every step you take. Like if you take the time to do something today and you don't learn anything from it, then that's when you kind of need to slow down. It's like you can take those actions, but you still got to learn from it. Like you could go put up 1,000,000 shots, but if you don't have a camera, recording you taking those shots and you looking, okay, this one fell in, those not falling, and you're not analyzing what's going on. That's a big gem right there. You got to step back and analyze. You can post all of this content, but if you're not looking at what's being received well, shoot, you're just gonna keep doing what you want to do. And I mean, that's a big part of creating is doing what you want to do. But if you want to continue to move forward, you have to see what worked and what didn't work, and work off of that, and build from that.
Learn from it.
Yeah, learn from it. Facts.
Okay.
Yeah, I got
learn and adjust.
I got a question for Lil Kliff. Hey, bro, can you speak on, I guess, giving the younger generation, the people of your age, a little bit of advice on how to stay focused and how to, lock in on your dream and pretty much, keep your head up out of the streets because it's so easy to get captured up in that.
Be by yourself. Like being isolated and being like isolated individual ain't a bad thing. You don't have to have a big friend group. You don't gotta impress nobody. Just steady yourself, do what you like, do what you love doing. As long as you love it, that's all that matters. You feel me? And eventually go worldwide with it. But that's all I can really say. Like just steady yourself for real. Try to keep your circle small. Get all the distractions out of there and do what you gotta do.
For sure, bro.
I mean, shoot, facts. And there's been on that. I mean, he said, steady yourself, even be yourself, because I mean, with music, bro, it's a lot of artists out here, and a lot of these, mainstream artists have already captured so many people. So if you're trying to be them, it's not a lane for you because they already have that lane. Somebody, if you making music that sound like Lil Baby and you from Carolina using Atlanta slang and you acting like that, there's nobody that's gonna resonate. They can just go listen to Lil Baby. It's a million artists that have already made it and are doing it better than you, to be honest. So I mean, you need to double down on what works for you, who you are, and build on that because it's somebody else in this world that feels like you. Like, shoot, even when Kliff made music, songs that he dropped, there's people that tell him all the time that they relate just to it, and you would never, like realize that until it starts to get to more people. But it's people out there that fit every situation. Like it's not gonna be nobody just like you, but it's somebody like-minded like you to where you can find an audience and I mean you could build with them.
They done been through the same struggles, same situations.
Facts. They can relate to what you're talking about and they can make it personal to them. Give you some super fans, people that really understand, what you're going through.
Okay. In your opinion, what's the biggest mistake that artists make when it comes to their social media presence?
Shoot, I mean, for one, just not enough of a presence. I mean, like I said, there's so many artists today, and I mean, it's a new artist every day. So I mean, you get on social media, you could drop a song that somebody likes today. Um, they could be in a spot. You might drop a music video today, and they could be in a spot where they, they're in an interview. They seen that you dropped, they couldn't listen to it, so they might get home. Everybody has their own life. They're gonna forget about it. So you got to stay on it. They might get on Facebook and see that you dropped it. Okay, now they get on Instagram. 2 hours later, they see it again. Now they're on YouTube, and they're finally free enough to watch it. Now they click onto it. But if you only drop one post, shoot, you might miss them. You got to stay in their face. Facts.
Posting once a week, once a month.
That's not gonna cut it.
Wondering why they're not resonating with nobody, because I ain't had time to watch that one.
They seen it and they saw the reel, but they kept scrolling. So it's 10 more artists that they done passed through. So you got to really either drop some content that's gonna stop and make them convert and stream it right then, or you just got to stay in their face, because consistency will do a lot more than just one off post will.
Yeah.
If you could give a piece of advice to an upcoming artist trying to build their brand on social media, what would it be?
Have a separate page for your personal life. Like, don't be uploading nothing crazy, because, like, if you, let's say you got a, you post something crazy on your story, you lose your page. That's your whole business page. You just lost. You got to restart now.
Oh,
Yeah.
So just be very aware of what you post and try to keep it clean, and business steady. Like, make sure everything looking good.
Facts. Artists get out here, they use their post, their artist page to promote stuff that isn't music related. Now, one, you get yourself shadow banned. So you posting stuff that shouldn't be posted. People don't really pay attention, but Instagram tells you what's allowed and what isn't. So if you get to posting too much disallowed stuff, they may let it slide, but slowly your reach is going to go lower and lower. You're going to be reaching less people than you really should. Like, it's people, you might have thousands of followers and only reach 200, 300 people, and you can't really do nothing about it. You trying to sell a pack, like, go ahead and make you a page dedicated to, moving the packs or whatever, and keep the music.
Better
and
get Telegram.
Yeah, do some, go ahead and do that. Keep that separate. You feel me? Like, if you're doing it, do it, but don't let it take away from the music.
Okay. Team, we got any other questions on the fly? Anything else y'all wanna leave off with?
Sure, bro. I mean, we've been saying it all episode, but consistency for real. Like, if you don't take nothing else, you might have 3 music videos. Go chop them up and make them vertical, 15 seconds, and drop one a day. You feel me? You're gonna reach new people. Somebody that may not have ever known that music video was even out. They're gonna see it. Go check it out. You might get some Shazams. Post every day. You're gonna see you'll see growth. 1,000%. I guarantee it. There's no way you post every day and don't see any growth.
You make 50 pieces of short form off of 3 music videos.
Off 3 music videos, at least.
Live performance, whatever. Like, shit, go get your homeboy outside. Do you feel me? Hold the iPhone and
Go put your phone, prop it up on a fence or something, on a wall. You don't even need a homeboy. You feel me? Right. Just make some content, post. Go look at Lil Russell's page, Hurricane Wisdom, Lil Kliff page, Lil Leaf. You feel me? Slim Dev. Go find an artist that you see dropping content in September. Just try to implement it in your own way. Make it you and just drop some content. That's gonna help for sure.
What we got coming up next for the Hood Saviors and Lil Kliff?
Sure. What you got coming up next, buddy?
Well, just planning out an album now, for real.
Okay.
Like, it's a lot of people probably been wondering when Lil Kliff gonna drop an album. I've been dropping a lot of remixes, a lot of exclusives. So we focused on being album mode now, really.
Okay.
That's what we got next.
For sure. So, Hood Saviors, we got on Hood TV coming. We'll be interviewing artists, doing live performances in South Carolina. Me and Leaf tapped in with that. We're going to have my dog, Wan, my other artist. She couldn't make it today. She's going to be helping us out with that. Shout out, Wan. So, live performances on Hood TV with Hood Saviors, Lil Leaf, Wan. That's on the way. We'll be interviewing everybody from Carolinas to all over the country.
And live performances.
Facts, live performances. But yeah, we working.
Another platform aside from the big platform.
Facts, we're gonna have to collab with NRG Show. Get something going, most definitely.
Facts.
But yeah.
All right, man. Y'all drop you feel me? One more time. Drop your Instagram, your YouTube, you feel me? All that.
Lil Kliff underscore on Instagram, Cliff with a K, and then you can find me Lil Kliff anywhere.
Thanks. So me is just Isaiah Smith MGMT. So that's Isaiah Smith Management on Instagram. For YouTube, it's just Hood Saviors. Every other platform, Hood Saviors. For sure.
Let's go. I appreciate y'all, man.
Appreciate you. Shout out Lil Leaf.
Appreciate y'all.
Shout out NRG Show.
Let's go.
Much love.